When did you start to see like real, like, I guess real success? Because you did the reactions and you did really well. Because I'm looking back at the views.
Yeah.
And then you found yourself working with like real mainstream artists. And like, how did that come about? Because I'm always interested in that. Like, even like, for example, Aiden or these like Kai, like all these guys will get these artists to be like actually really interested in doing content with them. Like, how does that even come about?
So I ain't gonna lie, I feel like we kind of bridged that gap between.
No, you were. That's what I'm saying. You were one of the first people to do that.
Yeah, we was one of the first people to do that shit. And I remember like being in them like label offices, like trying to convince them of like how much more beneficial it would be for the artists to like link themselves with the influencers, because we kind of control the youth. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And but
did they not? They were like, nah, fuck that.
It took a while, but like
But how did you get into that space to even have those conversations? You know what I'm saying?
So all right, so our YouTube channel grew, relatively fast.
Yeah.
We gained 1 million subs in 7 months. You feel what I'm saying?
And back then that's insane.
Yeah. So as we was growing, we got a lot of cosigns from artists, big and small.
Yeah.
So we was building those relationships like as we was growing, and it got to the point where the labels was trying to sign us as like influencers, to gain leverage or whatever. We never signed. That's another like rumor. Like people think we signed to we never signed to any label. We never signed to anything. We don't even accept money for reactions. You feel what I'm saying? I turn down money all the time.
So like artists would come and say like at the time like people would say that you're taking money from artists to react to their stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
Some people like would think like we was on the payroll by the label or something.
Interesting.
But nah, we just had, pretty much we have a relationship with all the labels. They reach out, they send us music to react to, if we're interested or not. But as far as the artists getting in the video with us, that had been something I was pushing for a while. Like, because sometimes when they would offer money, I'd be like, if y'all just let the artist be in a video with us, we can make that as an exchange,
That's more value,
because that's more valuable to like us.
Yeah.
And really both ways, because they both benefit.
At the time, were you making good money?
So I came into YouTube with money.
Okay. What'd you do prior to YouTube?
I can't talk about that.
Okay. It's fair.
Yeah, I can't talk about
Fuck
that.
it. It's all good.
Nah, we was good on paper. But I was always looking at the big picture. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's never like even starting YouTube, it was never money motivated. It was more so like I'm obsessed with growth, like growing shit. So like I knew the money was gonna come regardless. But,
so you knew to turn down that money because you knew the value of having the artist in the video was 10x.
for sure. Yeah. And at first, all I was asking artists to do was like give us a drop, like a 10-second shout out, like you tuned in to Zias and B-Lou before we react to their music. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, I see.
Then shout out T Grizzly. He was really the first one to like see the picture, like see the vision of what we was trying to do, and get in the video with us, and basically it was the proof of concept. And we reacted to a 3-month-old song, and that shit did a 1 million views in a couple days.
Yeah.
And you know how rappers is, once they see other rappers do it, they want to do it too. And that's how we kind of just went on. And
So how did you get with Grizzly for the first time though? Was it just through like a label?
Nah, so he had a show in Tulsa. He had a concert in Tulsa, and like that the label let us know that he was gonna be in town and that he wanted to do a reaction with us because he fucked with us heavy.
Okay, so cause he was kind of already looking in the scene.
Yeah, we had reacted to like 2 of his songs already. So he he was. So when we was reacting to these songs, they would go viral. So like these artists would like be aware of it. And what I was doing was I was tagging them in like the tweet. So like our fans, whenever they would reply to it, they would just get all these notifications.
Yeah. So say, oh, this shit's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's amazing because there wasn't a bunch of people doing that at the time when you did it.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, facts. It was a lot of like little shit I was doing to like gain leverage. Like I remember, do you watch BET at all?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
The BET Hip Hop Awards at all?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember like the ciphers?
Yep.
Okay, this was before TV networks was like taking advantage of like YouTube. Like none of them had like YouTube channels and shit. This was 2017 when we started.
This is before they had channels.
Yeah. So like the ciphers, this is when the ciphers was real big. Like remember like the Eminem, like the lyrical, spiritual, and your all that shit. Like so the ciphers was really big. I remember like that year the BET Hip Hop Awards that came, they did the ciphers, but they didn't The only way you can go watch the ciphers back is if you went on the BET.com. You feel what I'm saying? So what we did was we reacted to every single cipher on YouTube. So when people will search up the cipher on YouTube hoping to see it, our shit is what popped up.
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Damn.
So we gained a lot of traction from that because they'll click to see the video, but to see us reacting to it.
How did you have the foresight for that though? Like, how did you know that? Just because you just knew how people were searching stuff on YouTube?
I don't know. It just seems like common sense to me.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously not always common, right?
Yeah,
Common
yeah,
sense,
for sure. But
so you go from